We have these sweat lords fighting for our entertainment in this King of the Hill. So while I do that, hey, welcome. How are you today? I'm your beast, the boy of legend, SoCal Honey Badger. My weed is starting to wear off, so I feel like I can coherently explain some shit in a manner that would make sense to most people that sort of understand or have an intermediate understanding of the English language, right? We'll just start there. But what is the Beef Set League? Because people keep bugging me about this shit, right? People keep asking me in the chat and in the comments and all of that. They're like, what is this shit? Who are you people? What are you guys doing? So I feel like I should first explain what the fuck the Beef Set League is, and then I'll post this on YouTube, and y'all can continue to ask me what the fuck it is on the comments below. But hopefully you'll subscribe before then, right? But the Beef Set League is basically a mix between RP and esports. The whole concept is, what if we did AEW wrestling, but with Mortal Kombat, and we talk shit like wrestlers, you know, like I'm gonna kick your ass, and we're all just a bunch of toxic idiots, man. We just like to teabag and tell jokes, and unfortunately, that's not really like acceptable in polite society. So we just teabag each other and tell jokes and be toxic to each other, and we created a whole like league on a happy accident, and it's growing every day. Like, it's like we're making more money. All the players are making more money. So, like, yeah, it's pretty good. But, again, back to what I was saying. The whole concept is to just create professional wrestling, but with Mortal Kombat. So we keep score of everybody's shit, and then we go from there, right? So where did we get this idea? Because nobody else is doing some dumb shit like this. So maybe we're not onto something. But if we are, the idea came from about, like, not last year, because everything was COVID, but the year before that, right? 2019, when this game was at its peak and people were actually still playing it and it was still hype and exciting, and I wasn't like the only fucking person left streaming it, right? There was like a lot of drama within the Mortal Kombat greater, you know, community. And so these people would talk shit and they would beef with each other, and then streamers would host like these beef sets on their streams, and we thought that was fucking funny because everybody was just kind of using it to chase clout. So me and my fans, like all like 8 of them at the time, were like, hey dude, we should host our own beef sets amongst ourselves and then get clout, and then we'll become rich and we'll get like bitches and shit. But unfortunately, we don't have any bitches and we're not rich yet. But that's what we did. We started hosting beef sets just amongst ourselves, and those are found on the YouTube channel. So if you're in there, I have it all listed. You could like see the whole lore and backstory of like what the Beef Set League started from. It was just like players like getting toxic in the chat and then squashing beef. And then we hosted a tournament, which was the Sweaty Unprotected Sets. That's also on YouTube, so you can click that playlist, and you can see those of you that are kind of just recently been following and you've been seeing Sizoth wreck everybody. There was a player in the temple who just absolutely crushed Sizoth, and it wasn't even close. And that person took the Sweaty Unprotected Sets. So you can go ahead and check that out. But from there, I was like, dude, tournaments suck, man. Like, online tournaments, they're not really as much fun. This is kind of whack. I felt like it was less of an interactive, like, fun thing for Twitch. And I was like, yo, we should just make a league. Besides, this is online, right? This is in the middle of COVID and all of that. So I was like, this is online. This is going to be like shenanigans and lag and shit like that. This shit isn't going to be a legit competition. But if we fucking made it fun, and instead of just doing a tournament where people can random you out in a lag match because it's 1st to 2, I was like, what if we just make it sets? But we can't do sets as a tournament. That would take all fucking day. So I was like, we'll just do a league, man. We'll have the sweatiest, most toxic, most fucking obnoxious league in all of Mortal Kombat. We'll get together. We'll talk shit. We even have a fucking... Hold on, where's my shit? Look, to even keep in touch, right, with the wrestling theme. Hold on, let me get this shit out of the way. Right, we got the Superior Nooch hoodie with a belt on it. So whoever wins the season, it's usually Sizoth. He usually gets them because nobody here can beat him. He's kind of like invincible, and you guys are just not good enough. So he's like won like 3 of these. But whoever wins the season we get the championship belt, and it becomes a lot of fun. And that's what all the Beef Set League is like this. We're kind of like the ECW of fucking esports, right? We're like this underground, un-PC, counterculture, smash mouth, toxic masculinity group of idiots that get together and just shit on each other for the most part. We just shit on each other, and it's fun. But we do get competitive. There are prizes and cash and shit that is in there, and all of that is community funded. So, I mean, I can pull up this Matcherino here. And if you look at the Matcherino, right, if you just kind of look at this, right, you know, we're up to $50 right now. We got like 5 people. This usually gets to about like 20 people. And last season, our prize pot got to $200, and all of that is community funded. I don't go looking for sponsors. I know a lot of you guys like kind of bitch about my clickbaiting all of my thumbnails. I do that for the fucking homies, right? I do that. If you look back, you can see where I pivoted the channel, like to be less about me just talking shit and it to be more about the whole league system that we've got. Because I feel like there's a lot of potential for this, and people seem to be enjoying it. So you could go back and see where I pivoted, and I started clickbaiting all of our shit, so that way, you know, like there's some players here that are really good that don't necessarily get to go out to any events. And those of you, like, I mean, like, my channel has gotten monetized on YouTube since I started the Beef Set League, so clearly some of these guys are pretty good, and clearly my commentary is good enough to keep people coming back. So I started clickbaiting everything and like doing whatever I can to promote the channel, even though that shit is cringe and embarrassing as fuck. But it's like I want, you know, like that shit is cringe when you don't care. But when you do care, and I'm like, oh man, like some of these guys are good. Like I have a platform to like get them some, you know, recognition for how good they are. So I'm going to do it, man. And if I got to be cringe as fuck, you know, if I got to be fucking Logan Paul being like, comment, and subscribe for more content and hit the notification bell. That shit makes my fucking anus clench every time I say that shit. That's why I say it at the end of the video instead of every video, instead of like the beginning, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to say the fucking thing again. I'm gonna have to fucking Markiplier this shit like a little bitch ass. That's not what we're all about, but I gotta do what I gotta do to promote my people. So like, you know, if you're interested in a fucking, I guess, quasi-amateur league. I don't know, man. Some of these guys are, like, pro players, right? But if you're interested in a quasi-amateur league that everybody fucking can make money off of, it's almost like a semi-pyramid scheme, sort of. Not really, but I joke that it is. You can join us on twitch.tv/SoCalHoneyBadger every Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 6 p.m. Or not 6 p.m. I don't do that anymore. 3 p.m. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, like, you know, like, give or take about 6 hours. Although usually the matches don't start until 11. So from 9 to 11, what we usually do is I'll do warm-up sets on Saturday with people that want to practice before the matches. And then on Sunday, we host a podcast, and some of the players will jump in on that, and it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of like our sports center. And then throughout the week, we just fucking chill and do this shit. And we have makeup sets, but this is a new season, so nobody needs to make up any sets. This weekend is the start of Season 7. Hold on, nobody wants to see you guys mash fatal blows. Let me get the shit on screen. Let me get the shit. Hold on, this one right here. Bam. Season 7. It's starting. It's starting. We have new shit going on. Shit is going to be pretty wild this season. I expect things to get very Game of Thronesy. And when I say Game of Thronesy, I mean Game of Thrones Season 1 through 5 when it was good, right? People are going to get obnoxious. We have a whole team system. I'm going hard in the role play thing. I noticed within the FGC, right? Within the FGC, not many people do like role play streams. You look at Grand Theft Auto and people fucking play as like goofy ass characters all the time. They're like, hey, I'm an old man, buy my drugs, I'm a cop. You know, but like nobody does that. And how do you role play with Mortal Kombat? You pretend you're Kenny Omega, right? Actually, I pretend I'm Vince McMahon. I'm the evil owner, and I just make up rules and fuck everybody over on the fly because it's hilarious, right? So, if you want to join us, make sure you join us. Our prize pot is completely community-funded, and one of the inspirations for our community-funded event is that everybody gets paid, right? So I split the prize pot against everybody that competes on stream. So even if you suck and I do make fun of you, I'm going to at least pay you. It's like $2, but everybody that competes on stream gets paid because I believe that you have no event or you have no tournament without pop monsters. So look, oh man, look, guess what? Scarlet won the fucking, Scarlet won the mirror match of Scarlet versus Scarlet. I know you guys don't fucking care about that. I don't care about that. But you should join the Beef Set League. Get involved with us. Hang out with us. We have a good time. Like I said, I believe that pop monsters make the tournament. I've been in plenty of tournaments myself and given enough money to pro players to know that there's no tournaments or events without pop monsters. So everything being community funded, the people in this community, I mean, if you look at my fucking shit you see on the top, people have been putting a lot of money into this community. And I make sure to spread that out. I don't take anything hardly from the channel right now. Like, I make like $40 off of one stream. I would just reinvest that back into the community. So if you're ass at this game and you want to get your feet wet in competition and play in a sweatier environment, this is probably the league for you, though we will talk shit. And if you're really good and you just want to beat people up and make fun of them, like, yeah, dude, you'll definitely fit in here. So I hope to see more people showing up on Saturday. There's going to be links to the match arena in the Discord. That's how we organize this shit. So make sure you click all the fucking shit in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And hopefully we see you guys on Saturday, all right? I'm going to leave right when the dubstep beat drops.